for me. Made me want to say, even though
It's Madden NFL 24, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Coming up next.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Vikings go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Breaks through the contact. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Odell Beckham. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Nifty running by Beckham. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Charlie Kohler, 31 yards. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Described, they ran in the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. That's caught downfield by Addison. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Down there as this one goes for 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really do.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne from 19 yards away. Vikings have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes. as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards. Now it's Jackson. Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Ty Chandler now to return it. This taken in right around the goal line. Taking it right down Broadway. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this run. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Jackson. Touchdown! Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Out come the Ravens. Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
He's got a man, complete. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Charlie Kohler. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 68 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Oh, he shifts past him. And now running right through it. He's still on his feet. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys that had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days.
Joseph now to have the PAT. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Jackson now. He finds his target, Beckham. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10, right at the 40. On the counter, it's Edwards. It's a... on the first down play.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. A little juke. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Jackson being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 7. A minute 17 remains. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here we go, first and goal. Here's Cousins. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Flush to his right. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts. They got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you that you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by 1 after the 2-point conversion. 30 seconds to go. And they need at least 30 yards, you'd have to think, here to move the football to have a shot. A throw out wide going to be incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Jackson. Escaping the front, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
This is getting close to a moving situation
down, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings are going to win this football game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.